So to kick things off, could you tell us a little bit about what your current role is at the moment?
So my current role has 3 titles really. It's Orthotic Service Manager, Consultant Orthotist and Senior Research Fellow. And they all kind of link in. So obviously for Service Manager, it's to do with managing a service across 2 hospitals, line managing 13 staff, 7 orthotists. Being responsible for the budget, which at the minute stands at about 1.5 million is our orthotics budget, pay and non-pay. Being responsible for policies, pathways, integrating into the trust. Then as consultant orthotist, I'm overall responsible for the clinical care for orthotics for the trust. I see my own cohort of complex patients, and I link in with the chief AHP, who's my manager. And then as research fellow, it's working on research projects. So at the moment we've got 11 active research projects, which is a lot. So yeah, really active in research. So that's my role in a nutshell.
So could you describe your career journey and how you got to where you got to?
Well, start from the very beginning. When I qualified, I couldn't get a job. I think I was one of the last people out of my year to actually get a job. I really struggled. I went to all the interviews. I thought I was doing all the right things, but I just couldn't get a job. Everybody was getting a job except me. And I remember talking to a couple of orthotists who were at my placements where I'd been, and people I respected. And I said, what am I doing wrong? In my mind, I'd worked really hard. I'd got a first. I used to take my CPD folder with me that I'd done for my placement, really proud of it. Not one person looked at it. I was like, I don't understand. This is not how it's meant to be. And they said to me, which has always stuck with me, they said to me, the problem is nobody wants anybody who's really good or really bad. They want somebody middle of the road. And I thought, why? Why do they want somebody middle of the road? But there's an element of truth in it, which was really disappointing, and I wasn't willing to change kind of the way I came across. I was really enthusiastic, and I think, unfortunately, and I don't really understand it, but that was my downfall. So I asked for some feedback for one interview that I went to, and I said, can you just tell me how I can improve? What did I not do right? And the feedback I got, which again has always stuck with me, was, we thought your enthusiasm needed to be managed. I thought, wow, okay. So I just persevered, and finally, what I did is I actually applied for the job where I'm at now. It's a band 7. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And if they don't get anybody, they might think of me. I didn't hear anything back. And then about 2 months later, Gordon Jarman, who was the manager here, he called me and he said, you applied for the band 7 job? And I was like, yeah. And he said, well, the person who we gave it to doesn't want it. So we're going to put it back out as a band 5. Would you be interested? I was like, yes, I'll be interested. Absolutely. I was willing to do anything. I think I'd travel the length and breadth of the country for interviews. So I ended up commuting for the first 18 months every day from Manchester to Wolverhampton, which was hard, really hard. But I just wanted to work. I was just so keen to work.